What's going on, Pathways Church? I'm Jake Collins, your middle school pastor, and I'm super excited to join you for today's Daily Dose. All this week, we're talking about generations. There are at least 5 generations represented in our church. When we hear about them, it's usually to point out differences or even stir conflict. This week, we're focusing on connecting the generations, focusing on the things that bring us together as we seek to represent Jesus in our community. Today, I want to stop and thank the older generations within our church. I'm talking about the grandparents, the retirees, the people who have been serving here from the very beginning. I am humbled every time I get to meet people who have been following Jesus and showing his love to others for decades. It's even more encouraging to hear these believers say things like, "And I don't believe he's done with me yet." In Psalm 71, 17 and 18, David writes, "God, you have taught me from my youth, and I still proclaim your wondrous works. Even while I am old and gray, God, do not abandon me while I proclaim your power to another generation, your strength to all who are to come." Years ago, I was at a children's ministry conference, and the stage hosts were giving out prizes for different superlatives in the room. They asked who in the room had been serving in kids ministry for the most years. It turns out there was a lady there who had been serving in Next Gen ministry for 63 years. She had started when she was a teenager, and she was still sharing Jesus with the kids of her church. I was there representing a church that was less than 2 years old at the time. It was so humbling and encouraging for our new team to see that there were people like this woman out there who were in ministry for the journey. If you're watching this and you're a member of an older generation, especially if you've been following Jesus for a long time, thank you for your faithfulness. You play a pivotal role in this ministry, and we have so much to learn from you. To our younger friends, I hope that you get the opportunity at some point to have an older coach, mentor, or group leader pour into your life. I also hope that we will have the opportunity to pay this forward one day to future generations. Thanks for joining us today. We wrap up our series tomorrow on Daily Dose.